Dear friends, today, 7th June 2020, the Holy Catholic Church celebrate the solemnity of the Most Holy Trinity. The feast of the Most Holy Trinity. A very, very happy feast to all of you. Many years ago, there lived in Northern Africa a very wise, pious and holy bishop. His name was Bishop Augustine, the Bishop of Hippo. Bishop Augustine was a great thinker, philosopher and theologian. For many years and months, Bishop Augustine contemplated in order to understand how the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit can be equal and yet distinct. How God is one in three persons. One day, as the bishop was walking along the seashore, trying to understand, contemplating the mystery of the Blessed Trinity, he saw a little boy play in the sand. The little boy had dug a small hole in the sand, and the small boy was busy taking water from the sea and pouring into the small hole he had dug with a small cup. The bishop was surprised. He went near the boy and asked him, "My son, what are you doing?" The boy replied, "Bishop, I try to empty this mighty ocean. I want to empty this entire sea by pouring with this cup into the small hole I have dug." The bishop replied, the bishop told to the small boy, "That is impossible. That is not possible. The sea is so vast and the hole you have dug is so small." The child looked up, smiled and said, "Is this not exactly what you are trying to do, Bishop? God is like this vast, mighty sea, only of course much, much bigger than this sea. And your mind, when compared to God, when compared with God, is smaller, much smaller than this small hole I have dug. Give it up, Bishop. You will never succeed in grasping how God can be one in three persons. It is a mystery." Having said this, the child disappeared. He was an angel with a message from God for Bishop and for all of us, that no one can understand what God really is. Only God can understand Himself. The doctrine of the Blessed Trinity, the Father and the Son and Holy Spirit, that each of them is fully and equally God, yet there are not three gods but one, cannot be fully comprehended by our mind. It is a mystery. Instead of, therefore, asking again and again, what is God, how it is that three divine persons are equal and distinct at the same time, we better reflect how much the Holy Trinity loves us, how much the Holy Trinity has done for mankind, and are still continue to do in order to save us. In the Old Testament, people call God Yahweh. Yahweh is the proper name given to God. When Moses saw the burning bush and asked God his name, Yahweh was the name given. God gave Himself. Then Jesus came and we knew that there were two persons. And before Jesus ascended to heaven, He promised the Holy Spirit, who came on the Pentecost day. Last Sunday we celebrated the Feast of Pentecost. Then we knew that there were three persons in God. God is a Trinity: Father, Son, and Spirit. It is the happiest of families. There is perfect love, perfect unity, perfect communion, perfect relationship, and perfect sharing in the Holy Trinity. Instead of asking how God, why God, let us today try to learn these 5 qualities of the Blessed Trinity and imitate them and put them into practice in our life. 1. Trinity, the Holy Trinity, is perfect love. There is perfect love in the Blessed Trinity. They are totally in love with each other. Dear friends, today our families, our community stand in need of genuine love, mutual love. There is love deficit everywhere. There are no genuine love today. There are no unconditional love today. Selfishness, pretended love, conditional love grip our society today. We are created in God's image. We must imitate the perfect love of God. Second, Trinity in perfect unity. In the Holy Trinity, there is perfect unity. There is complete union. There is pure communion in the Blessed Trinity. 3 persons united in one Godhead. Contrary to the Holy Trinity, we see everywhere disunity, everywhere divisions. Our society, our community, our country is divided based on all kinds. We are divided and broken into pieces based on color, creed, religion, race, caste, etc. Today, let us ask God to make us instruments of peace and unity. And the third, Holy Trinity in perfect communication. God does not exist in solitary individualism. There is perfect communication. There is nothing that one person does not know what the other person do. Today, we do very little communication in our life. They are full of miscommunications, wrong communications, false communications in the society. Even in the families, even couples have very little time for meaningful dialogue and communications. Children and parents do not communicate with each other. Neighbors do not know one another. Everywhere rejections, miscommunications, due to lack of proper and pure understanding communication. Let us ask God and let us imitate from the Holy Trinity how to communicate with each other in perfect love. 4. Trinity in perfect relationship. Blessed Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit is in perfect love relationship. We fail to relate to others on a person-to-person basis. We relate to others based on profit or on functional than personal. Very, very seldom we really have meaningful and genuine relationship. If we look at today, our society, broken relationships, failures in relationships, cheating and unfaithfulness in relationship have become norms of the day. 5th, Trinity in perfect sharing. We usually attribute Father as Creator, Son as Redeemer, and Holy Spirit as Sanctifier. There is a perfect sharing in the Blessed Trinity. Today, people are becoming more and more selfish, We do not want to share. Everyone is craving for maximum profit, maximum accumulation, maximum benefit. I and my family and my clans and my tribes and my society. Self-centeredness and individualism have deeply crept into the society today. Let us learn to share because there is joy in sharing. Dear friends, as we spend today, let us ask God to grant us these graces, that in our daily interaction with people, there will be perfect love, proper communication, perfect unity, mutual relationship, and true sharing. May the blessed Holy Trinity, the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit bless us.